congratulations on this movie. I got to see it last night.
Oh, good.
With all of you. Wonderful film. I think this is the story that needed to be told about Richard Jewell. So my question to you is, why did you decide to tell it yourself?
For the same reason, I mean, it's just a story that needed to be told because it does go along with a lot of discussion about there's a lot of discussion these days about what the framers did for this country and how they arranged it, and it would be innocent till proven guilty and this kind of thing. And they just grabbed this guy and just hung him immediately, and not literally, but
in the press,
in their minds.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. It's painful to watch what he went through because it was all of the evidence was obviously highly circumstantial and little contextual clues that they made fit a conviction that they had already made up in their minds.
Yeah. So how did you find Paul? And why was he just perfect to play the role?
Because we were looking at different people, and somebody mentioned the fellow who was in I, Tonya. And I said, I remember that scene in there. He had a scene at the end, and it was very effective. And I said, that'd be good. I'd like to see some film on him, or see him, or whatever. And so set that up, and then we looked at several other people, and then it just the more you saw him, the more you looked. We were constantly looking at material on the real Richard Jewell from the news organizations.
Yeah.
And then it's like, let's meet him. And when I met him, I thought, oh yeah, he'd be it.
Yeah. And what was it about him?
And it was one of those things. It was just a guess thing, but normally it kept piling on. Like then I met Mrs. Jewell, and then she thought, my God, she got all upset. I'm not upset, but maybe it was upset. But
she was very
that can
supportive.
be a good reaction, right?
I think it probably just being around me and me playing her son. She visited set. I'm sure that triggered certain emotions, but the emotion that I got from her was approval of Clint and Warner Brothers and me telling the story.
You said that she was more intimidating to meet than this man over here.
She was, and you know what, too? He and I know internally we have enough commonalities that we love storytelling. And he's got a sense of humor, and there are enough things going in that I know we can chat about. With Bobby, it was like our commonality was this tragic thing.
And what do you say? I was thinking that when you first came down to the meeting there at Warner Brothers with when she came out, and I was going, what's she going to think?
Yeah, because you don't know.
Right.
But thankfully she was.
And he walks in the room, and I looked at her, and it was just kind of.
Oh.
Yeah.
Still.
It was just like a visceral reaction.
Yeah, she was staring at me for a while. I thought it was a bad stare for a moment. I'm like, what can I say or do that? And then it was a good stare where she just said, you look just like my son, and you do things like him that you don't even know you do.
At the premiere, I saw her. She was crying. She was moved to tears.
Yeah, we both were on the carpet. That was a moment.
I mean, I can't imagine. I'm sure she's still going through it.
Yeah,
many years later.
It's been a lot of years. She and the family, the lawyer and
Nadia,
Watson,
all the real people are.
They all still see each other all the time.
Yeah.
And she when they had children, she babysat the children.
Yeah.
And so there's a big family thing there. And then all of a sudden he comes along and he's the missing link.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So Kathy Bates is brilliant in her portrayal of Bobby, I think. She called you a dreamboat, by the way. Did you know that? We were just talking about you the other
guy. I don't care what the sexiest man says on the cover of People.
You can just refer to me as dreamboat.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Let's take a moment with that, okay?
No, she's a terrific lady and a spectacular actress. Mm-hmm. And that scene where she gets up and asks about the president and everything, that was one take. There was no practice.
Oh, at the press conference?
We shot.
The podium?
Yeah.
We shot a lot of one takes because I like to shoot rehearsals because I
Okay.
want to see what goes on in somebody's mind the first time it crosses their brain.
Right.
The first time they say it. They maybe said it to themselves in the bathroom mirror, or they've practiced reading a script or something. But I just want to see the mechanism at the beginning. And she was just so great. And she had spent some time talking to Mrs. Jewell, and Mrs. Jewell told her exactly how she felt about the whole thing at the time. And it was there. She
Yeah.
just did it. And we said, okay, cut that. We'll do a little one coverage here when we move to the next room. But she was the kind of actress you can do that with because she's ready to go.
Yeah, I mean, the rest of the cast, and I'm sure you can agree with this. I think last night they called you the horse whisperer for actors, meaning you just know how to bring the best out in an actor, right?
Absolutely. And we've seen it time and again with, everything from A Perfect World, The $1 Million Baby. There's always been these performances that are just exceptional. And anything we did right in the film, it was a product of the environment set where you felt free to improvise or try things, or and there was no ego from anybody. Sam's got an Oscar, so does Kathy, so does Clint. He's got a few, I think. It could have been a pressure cooker and very unfun, and instead it was quite the opposite. It was terrific.
What's next for you?
I don't know.
Are you ever going to retire?
I'm in the process of reading material and thinking, but I'm not in any hurry.
Yeah.
I like this picture. I like the subject matter, and because I did flirt with the idea of doing this project some years earlier.
Oh, okay.
And circumstances became that it wouldn't work out, but then they changed. So, but I just. Because I did want to make it for so long, I think I just stopped right here.
I mean, yeah, you did a terrific job doing it. I would have cried more, but I was in public in a theater.
Oh, crack that.
It gets you.
Yeah.
Let yourself
Totally.
cry in public.
I know.
I cry in public all the time.
You
it's
do?
kind of
Yeah.
therapeutic. Just let it happen.
So the cameras start rolling when it happens, or maybe so. Maybe that'd be a good thing.
I'm just a crybaby.
Yeah. So is there any story that you would like to tell?
No, not one specifically.
Okay.
This was along the way, certain things just pop up. Like I was doing some years ago, I did a picture on the Battle of Iwo Jima, and then reading the material about a Japanese general, I thought, gee, I wonder what it was like for the Japanese people to be sent to an island and not be told you're going to come back, told you're not coming back, so just go there, defend the island, and that's it. And I thought, how the hell would you tell people that? How would you tell an American that? American guy would be going, hey, man, his feet don't fail me, get me out of here,
Yeah.
But it's, this is, and that gave me the idea of doing Letters from Iwo Jima, which is, I still think is one of my better films. But
it is all about the script, right?
But it all
It's
came
about
about
getting the
by this
material.
other script. So we ended up doing both pictures.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great. Any sequel to a movie that you've been a part of that you would like to see happen?
No, I don't think they're not let themselves sequel because
People are always dying.
I was going to say, he always ends up dying in the movie. Right, I know.
That's right.
I know.
You can't
a finale to it all.
resurrect all the victims in it. Yeah.
Sully 2, more plane trouble. There it is.
Have you guys gotten close from this film? I feel like you have. We haven't-
We FaceTime each other before bed every night.
yeah,
That's why he has
yeah,
the new phone.
right?
I'm kidding. No, I
Yes,
keep a distance.
Clint, do you FaceTime anybody?
Do what?
Do you FaceTime anybody?
FaceTime, that app
Yeah,
on the
yeah,
phone
the-
where you
where
get the
it's a screen
video
and the
chat.
thing.
with
I've
the
never
living
sent a
room.
text in my life.
Good.
You've never
I've
sent a
never
text
sent
in
a
your
text.
life?
Prepare yourself to
How
I've
do
never
you
sent
manage?
never sent an email, all this stuff. Now I've dictated a few where say send somebody say this
Yeah.
and say that, but I just I'm the old school. If I want to talk to them, I want to talk to them.
Okay, but you have a cell phone. You have a smartphone?
Oh, I have a cell phone, yeah.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
So you can get a hold.
If I
He is
say it's an
reachable.
He
iPhone,
is.
if
You won't always
say an
answer.
For the right
if I
reason.
say it's an iPhone, then maybe they'll send me a little thing with the glasses that go. Nah, that's it. Anyway,
No,
we
yeah,
talk-
it's been the whole experience has been amazing. And when we see each other, there's great affection because we know what we got to do. We made a great movie, and there's
Absolutely.
every time I see any of them in public or even on television, that little warmth is going to hit my chest of we got to work together and we
Yeah.
did something great.
Absolutely.
Thank you for watching. If you want more extra, hit the subscribe button and the bell so you'll never miss a video.